Radha Madhava. Before we start Kirtan, today we'll be discussing of the appearance of Lord Sri Rama. Already we said that the kings have been given the divine sweet rice. Today we'll discuss their Lord's appearance. We sing in glories of the Lord, and also name-giving ceremony of the Lord. Then name-giving ceremony done by Vasishtha Maharshi. Those who got the deities, if you want to arati, when you are singing in glorification of the Lord's appearance, you can do arati at your homes. If the time permits, King Dasharatha sits along with his ministers and spiritual master Vasishtha Maharshi to discuss about the marriage of the 4 sons and appearance of Vishwamitra. Also we discuss up to this point if the time permits. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopijana Vallabha Girivaradhari Jaya Radha Madhava Bihari Gopijana Vallabha Giri Jaya Radha Madhava Kunda Bihari Gopijana Vallabha Girivaradhari Jaya Gopijana Vallabha Girivaradhari Yashodanandana Vrajajana Ranjana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yashodananda Ranjana Yamuna Tira Yashodanandana Vrajajana Ranjana Yamuna Tira Vanachari So Vrajajana Ranjana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Gopijana Vallabha Girivaradhari Jaya Madhava Gopijana Vallabha Girivaradhari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Gopijana Vallabha Girivaradhari Ya Radha Madhava Vallabha Girivaradhari Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Ram Ram Hare Nitai Gaurango Nitai Gaurango Gaura Hari Nitai Gaurango Nitai Jaya Sachinandana Jaya Sachinandana Jaya Sachinandana Gaura Hari Jaya Sachinandana Jaya Sachinandana Gaura Hari Jaya Sachinandana Jaya Sachinandana Patita Pavana Gaura Hari Sachin जय सच्चिन हरे। श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम, श्री 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 राम जय जय राम। मंगल भवन अमंगलहारी, द्रवभुसो दशरथ अजर बिहारी, मंगल भवन अमंगलहारी, उमा समेत जपत पुरारी। श्री राम जय जय राम, 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 जय राम जय जय राम। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे राम राम राम। जय जय प्रभुपाद 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 प्रभुपाद, जय प्रभुपाद 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 प्रभुपाद, जय जय गुरुदेव 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 गुरुदेव, जय जय गुरुदेव 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 गुरुदेव। नाम संकीर्तन की जय। ओम अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूप कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वापदान्तिकं। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरुन् वैष्णवां च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगना रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधाकृष्णपादां सहगना ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितं च नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्तस्वामीति नामिने। नमस्ते सारस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणी निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणी। हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधु जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमस्तुते। तप्त कांचन गौरंगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। कस्तूरी तिलकं ललाटपटले वक्षस्थले कौस्तुभं नासाग्रे वरमौक्तिकं करतले वेणुं करे कङ्कणं सर्वाङ्गे हरिचन्दनं सुललितं कंठे च मुक्तावली Gopastri pariveshtito vijayate Gopala chudamani Jeyam sada paribhavagna abhishtadoham Tirtaswadam shiva viranchunutam sharanyam Vrichartaham pranatapala bhavabdipotam Vande Mahapurushate Charanarvindam Sri Rama Sharanam Samasta Jagatam Ramam Vinakagati Ramena Pratihanyate Kalimalam Ramaya Karyam Nama Ramatrasati Kala Bhima Bhujago Ramasya Sarvam Vashi Rame Bhakti Rakhandita Bhavatme Rame Tvame Vasraya Manas Pujantam Rama Rameti Madhuram Madhurantakam Aruya Kavita Shakya Vande Valmiki Kokilam Goshvadi Krita Varisham Mashi Krita Rachasam Ramasya Mahavala Ratnam Vandeva Anilatnajam Vanchakalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhyeva cha Patitanam pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo namo namaha Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Sri Vasadi Gaura Bhaktivinoda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna. Yesterday we were discussing the Shukadeva Goswami also, the 9th canto of Bhagavatam, 10th chapter, 2nd verse. In the beginning of explaining the pastimes of Lord Sri Ram says that is the Supreme Lord Hari. Tasyapi Bhavanisha Sacha Brahmamayo Hari Amshamshena Chaturdhagas Putratram Partita Surai. Lord why appeared? Because the Surai, the demigods prayed for the Lord to appear. So on the request of the demigods, Lord appeared in the dynasty of Suryavanshi in the house of Dasharatha Maharaj. So in the beginning only, Vyasa Maharshi wanted to stress that Sri Ram is none but the Supreme Personality Godhead. So here also in the Ramayana, Valmiki Maharshi also says the same. Lord appeared in his quadruple expansion. Vasudeva Sankarshana Prajumna Anuruddha. Vasudeva Tattva is Lord Sri Ram. Sankarshan Tattva is Lakshman. And Prajumna Tattva is Bharat. Anuruddha is none but Shatrugna. There are no difference. All are the same category. It's the functional names. We should not differentiate, try to sometimes people say, oh, Krishna is the full, Ram is not full. Vaman Dev full, not full. It is a great offense against the Supreme Lord. The Lord incarnates full all opulences, but he used that much energy, powers, which is required to perform that particular activity. Suppose, I have given a couple of times the same example. Suppose we all are sitting. Our Mike Prabhu they got the pistol, big rifle he got it, he got the grenades, bombs and stick also he got it. One snake enters the temple. What are you going to do? Are getting? One snake is entering the temple. You got the stick in your hand, you got the rifle, big rifle like policeman, you got the pistol, you got the grenade bombs also you got it. What you are going to use it to chase the snake out of the temple? Stick. You don't use the bomb. Is it? In the same way, Lord when he appears with all the potencies. But he used that much power which is required to complete that task. Because even today also in the war, at the end of the war, they will see how much power used in that war. If you are using power more than required, they will take to the war criminal court, even now also. In the gone days also, it is not it is not allowed to use more force than what is required on that particular instance. And you will see in the Yuddhakan, Lakshman wanted to use the Brahmastra to kill Meghanath. Say, I want not only Meghanath, I want to kill entire Rakshas dynasty. Lord says, no. You cannot use these great weapons whenever you like it. No. When the situation is that you have no other means, it's like question of life and death, that time you can use. Otherwise, one should not use the great weapons. Okay? So Lord Incarnation, He comes with all potencies, but you will use that much power which is required to accomplish the task. So sometimes I hear in the people giving lecture that, oh, Ram is incomplete, Krishna is full. Yes, Krishna is full, there is no doubt. But who are we to differentiate between potency of the Lords? We don't know our potency, what it is. We want to criticize the potency of the Supreme Lord, which is beyond our understanding it itself. Okay? So after having performed the yajna, as we discussed yesterday, Agni Dev, 49 type of Agnis are there, different name of the Agni we use, fire god we use for the different purpose. Marriage you use the different Agni Dev name, invite them. In the cremation you use the different Agni. And you, like we take the Diksha, that is time different. So here for the marriage, because he was performing the yajna for the desire to get the son, so Ahavaniya yajna it is. So Aha, what we say, so Aha, she is the wife of Agni Dev. Great grandfather Agni, the wife is a Swaha. That's why without Swaha, then without wife you cannot perform any yajna. Once you are married, you are not supposed to perform any spiritual activity without the wife. You don't get the result. That's why wife is called Dharma Patni. A man marries the wife just to perform the dharma. Okay. So here, after 12 months, it means, it seems that the yajna took place in the month of Chaitra, present month. And this month is very powerful. That's why they in the Valmiki Ramayana say Urja. Urja means energy, Shakti. Okay. Chaitra, it is first month of the Vedic calendar, it is. Okay. Tato yajna samapte tu ruto nam shat samatyahu tasastha dvadashi masi chaitre navamike tithi. After the yajna completed samapte, 6 seasons gone. Each season has 2 months. Okay. So now what is the season now? Winter season about to come. Shishir Rutu it is. Autumn season. Within a couple of weeks it is going to be winter season. So after autumn it is comes now the winter season. So Shishir Rutu. That is 2 months only again. After 2 months another season starts. Okay. No, it is not. Yeah, here it is. In India it is Vasanta Rutu, autumn season. That Vasanta Rutu, just after, it is opposite India and here. So after the 12 months, in the month of Chaitra month, present month, on the Navami, 9th day of the Chaitra month. Today is which day? 4th day of the New Year. Okay, 4th day of the New Year. So 5 days more on the 2nd April. Okay. Nakshatre ditiyai Savocha samseshu panchasu graheshu karkatalagni vakyapata vindunasa projamani jagannatham sarvaloka namaskrutam. Valmiki Maharaj specifically says that he is not human being, but Lord says Jagannath is our Supreme Lord. Sarvaloka namaskrutam, for whom and all the universe pay obeisances. Kausalya janet ramam divya lakshana samyutam. All the good qualities appeared. Vishnu ardhabhagam mahabhagam putramochhakunandanam lohitacham mahabahum raktoshtadandrisanam Kausalya Shushvetena Putrena Amita Tejasa Yatha Varena Devanam Aditir Vajrapanina. Having seen her beautiful son, Kausalya was very much pleased with the beautiful form. The boy's, the little child's form just like a Supreme Lord Vishnu. So when on the occasion of this Lord Sri Ram's appearance, everybody started singing. We will also sing small. Bhaye pragata kripala dina dayala Kausalya hitakari harashita mahatari muni manahari adbhuta rupa vichari lochana abhirama tanugana shama nijayudha bhujachari bhushana vanamala nayana vishala shobha sindhu karari कह दुई कर जोरी अस्तुति तोरी कही विधि करो अनंत माया गुण ज्ञान तीत अमान वेद पुराण भनंत करुणा सुख सागर गुण आगर देगा वै सुति संत ओम महित लागी जन अनुरागी प्रकट भयवु श्रीकंत ब्रह्मांड निकाया निर्मित माया रोम रोम प्रतिवेद कहे मम गुरु सोवासी उपहासी फिर न धीर मति फिर न रहे जब उपजा जब ज्ञाना प्रभु मुस्काना बहुत नीति न कहे कई कथा सुहाई मातु बुझाई बहुत विधि की न कहे. Everybody started offering the prayers, and the wonderful prayer in the Bhagavatam also very nicely mentioned how the Lord looks like. Tamadhutam balakam ambujechanam chaturbhujam shankata gadayudayudam Srivachalacham galakos shobhakaustuvam Petambram sadapayuda sobhagam Maharavaidu yakirita kuntalat Tvisha parishakta sasra kuntalam Vishwam yate dassatano nishante Yathavakasham purusha paro bhavan Vivarti soyam mama bharvaso gruha Bhuto nalokasya vidambanam hitat. The Lord's appearance was wonderful forming because Lord wanted to show the mother that he is not ordinary person, I am the Supreme Personality Godhead. Lord wanted to show her mother that if you take care of me with the Brahma Bhava, that I am Supreme Lord, then end of the life you will get liberated. But mother doesn't want. Mother says, if you got the forehand, how I am going to take in my lap? And this four-handed form of you, not for this material world. So this material world is the common man. So withdraw, upasamhar me vishwan, bhavan. Mother prays that this four-handed form, upasamhar, withdraw it, just like a natural child. Immediately on the request of mother, immediately Lord withdraw the divine form and assume the two-handed form of the Lord. Mother says that Vishwam etat yastano Visha nishante yathavakasham purusha. The entire universe is in our abdomen. Supreme Lord, universal form of the Lord, entire universe is in his abdomen. That Supreme Lord in my womb, are you getting? That's big Supreme Lord. You have stayed in my womb for so many months. When I think I become mad, how it is possible? Brahmanda Nikaya, Nirmita Maya, Roma. The Roma means just like the Brahma Samhita also says, Lord Mahavishnu's every the pores of the skin, one universe comes out. And such a Lord, you are in my home for not 1 day, 2 days, but so many months. When I think I become mad. So when mother prayed in such a way, Lord just smiles. And say that I want you that you must take care of me with the Brahma Bhava that I am Supreme Lord. Mother says, if you got this 400 form, how am I going to? As a mother, when you do something naughty, I should chastise you. I take care of you. But if this form, how can I take care of you? So it is not natural for this material universe. Be a normal, Prakruta child, Shishu. Then he becomes small little child and immediately started crying. When Lord Krishna appeared, he didn't cry in the night. Because he knows that if he cries, Mama will come. At the midnight, everybody will know Devaki given a child. So Kamsa will come with a sword. So he kept quiet. But here, now immediately Lord appeared. What time he appeared? On the 90th day of the month. This time it is coming 2nd April. Exactly midday. Exactly 12 o'clock. It so happened that when Lord appeared, he appeared in the Sun dynasty. At the midday, the sun is on the full, is it? The Lord's Sun God was very happy to see that Supreme Lord appeared in my dynasty. And he was watching the Lord, beauty of the Lord from sky. And he has forgotten that he has to move. He stagnated in one place, forgetting that he has to complete his journey. He was looking at the Mother. So it's mentioned that the sun god was standing there for 1 month. People do not know. People are just dancing, singing. All the citizens of Ayodhya were so happy and having appeared. So they didn't know the time. In the meantime, the moon god was crying. The Lord Sri Ram, while in the cradle, said, everybody is happy, why you are crying? Only you are crying, what is it? I have to cry because you appeared in the Sun dynasty. And sun is not moving. If the sun is not moving, how can it take your darshan? Because when sun is there, moon cannot come. Sun is not moving, already 1 month over. I don't know when he is going to. So Lord gives, don't worry. I appeared midday in this incarnation. Next incarnation, I will appear midnight. And because that's why the king of the day is sun. So we call king sun god Rakesh. Prabhu's name was Rakesh. Brahmachari. You know him very well. Radhika Jivan Prabhu. His old name is Rakesh. Rakesh means Isha, controller of the day. It is sun god. And, no, sir, Dinesh, sorry. Rakesh means night, Rak means night. Dinesh, Lord of the day and night is the moon, so Rakesh. Okay, just I said opposite. So that's why, however, it's the Sant Mahatma, they feeling that Lord said, don't worry, though I appeared in the Sun dynasty, but I will have your name also, don't worry. That's why we call Ram, what we say, Ramachandra. Just to console the moon god. It is feeling of the saintly people. Okay. Here also the same. Lord appeared. When Lord appeared in the sky, all the demigods, Apsara, Gandharvas, Vidyadharana, Charuna are singing and dancing out of the happiness. Jagu Kalam Sakta Gandharva Nanutaschapsaro Gana Devadunduvayo Nedu Pushpavrichista Satpata. In the upper planetary system, all the demigods glorifying the Supreme Lord as we were singing. In the meantime, the Apsaras, dancing ladies in the heavenly planet, Gandharva singers, Vidyadharana and Charanas all also, they also playing the musical instrument, and finally they showered the flowers from the heavenly planet for the Lord. Uchavascha Mahanasid Ayodhyayam Janakula Ratyasu Jana Sambandha Natanartaka Sankula. In Ayodhya also all the people started dancing. Natanartaka, those who dancers are there who cannot dance also. out of ecstasy dancing. It says that Lord Krishna when appeared, Kala Paramashobhina. Shukadev Goswami says that when Lord appeared, the Kala decorated very nicely. Kala is a very dangerous, nobody likes the time. Time never happy, nicely decorated, beautiful. Night time always not good. But here Paramashobhina very beautifully decorated means all the stars, entire activities of the universe depend on the position of the 9 stars, called Navagraha. So depending upon which star in which position, our fortune depends on. Astrological charts make based on that one only. So all this, the 9 stars aligned in such a way to create all auspiciousness when the Lord Krishna appeared. In the same way, here also all the Navagraha aligned himself in such a way that all only auspicious, nothing inauspicious in the life of Lord Sri Ram. And mostly Brahaspati and sun god entered in one place. No other star enters in the house of the sun god, but this time Brahaspati entered sun god. When the Buddha, Mercury and moon in one place, that person becomes more intelligent. And when the moon and when Buddha and Brahaspati in one place, they become man of the highly wisdom. But when they are with the sun god, Surya, sun god is the king of all the nakshatras. Okay, the Navagraha is king. Brahma Samhita also says there is a glorification of sun god on this one. So he will be not only most powerful, but in all opulences. Because Lord Sri Ram appeared with all opulences, they want to. That's why all the stars are aligned in such a way. Okay, it is described here further also. Somagnim, okay. Gayanesta viravinyo vadanesta tadhapare padeyasta dado raja sutamagada mandinam brahmanebhyo dado vittam godhani sahasrasha. As the king Dasharatha came to know that he got a son, first son, born of Kausalya, Jai Sri Sri Radharanath ki. Immediately called all the Brahmanas and given charity. Giving a cow in charity the most auspicious. And he has given each Brahmana given thousands of cows to him. In the gone days, nowadays in Africa also, I'm sure, how rich you are, what is the base of counting the rich? One say you are very rich. What is the property? How do the people know how rich you are? Cows. Is it? In Botswana I had it. Depending how much cattle you got it, that shows how much you are rich. In those days also, a king, how much is rich, that is counted based on how many cattle he got it. So, it is given in the same Valmiki Ramayana. When Lord Sri Ram went on exile, it distributed complete his property. He had millions of cows with him. They called Vasishtha Maharshi's son, Suyajna, and his wife. And Sita given all his ornaments, 100% ornaments to wife of Suyajna. Because she is going to the forest, she has to go like a ascetic. And Rama has given all the millions of cows to Suyajna. And for all the servant, maid and men servant, both who are serving Rama and Sita and Lakshman also, he called all the servants, told that please don't go anywhere, stay in the ashram. He paid in advance for the 14 years salaries. After 14 years I come, I am paying in advance all the salaries required for you for the 14 years, but don't leave the ashram, serve my mother. Very elaborately mentioned. After completing all the charity, one Brahman came from, the old Brahman, limping. So, my dear Lord, you given everything, I don't have any. I am a poor Brahman, can you give something? He said, okay, what do you want? This is whatever the cows are there, you take it. So he said, okay, there are so many cows, how many give? He said, you take whatever. Lord Sri Ram said that you got the stick, you are walking with the stick because you are limping. You throw your stick with your force. Wherever it goes there, up to that place all cows belong to you. That is how completely donated all his property in charity before going to forest on exile. So giving the charity to the Brahman considered most auspicious. That's why if we, in our life also, we don't have the real Brahmins here, but devotees are Brahmins. So if any auspicious activity happens, one should donate to the charity, to the temple and devotees. It is the most auspicious. Especially birth of the children, marriages, any auspicious activity in the house, the householder, they must donate to the temple, offer, take care of the Lord one day, take the blessings of the Lord, give prasadam to the devotees. Brahmanan bhojayamasa purajanadanapi adadad brahmanam ta ratno gamamalam bahu. Not only given the cows, you are given the many, many jewels to the Brahmanas. That's why gone days Brahmanas were protected, taken care of by the kings. Brahmanas used to be nothing to worry to how to be, I'm going to live, survive. Okay. They used to spend entire life in studying the Vedas and teaching. Yeah. Teaching is the one of the duty of the Brahman. Okay. Tesham janma kriyadini sarva karmanya karayat tesham keturivajjishtu Ramo Ratikarapidu. Tesham janma kriyadini. When Lord appears, just like, I don't know, in South Africa you do, when we die, we do the final rites, is it? And there's the contamination periods. Karma Kanda, they say, according to the Brahman, they have to stay away from home for 11 days, Kshatriya 13 days, Vaishyas 15 days, Shudras 21 days. That is Karma Kanda. However, ISKCON we follow in South Africa 3 days. 3 days, is it? No. Because they are the Vaishnavas. So, Vaishnavas, because 3 days, why? Because we don't have much karma to eliminate. Okay. If Shudra, he doesn't know ABC of the Dharma, so he got subject to the karma. So he has to maintain that contamination period for a long time. Okay. So in the same way, as we got the contamination time for the death, at the same time we have the contamination period for when the child or daughter or boy is born. Whenever the child is born, that time also one has to maintain the contamination period. Unfortunately, nowadays people won't. But in villages, they still maintain it. And the same period applies it. Okay. So that's why we call Sutaka Putaka. Okay. Sutaka means when a child is born, we say Sutaka period, it's contamination period. When somebody died, Putaka. So when after they are doing the name giving ceremony, Babhuva bhuyo bhutanam swayambhuriva sammataha sarve veda vida shura sarve loka hite rata. Vasishtha Maharshi, having seen their astrological charts, he said that Babhuva bhuyo bhutanam swayambhuva sammataha. This your childs are just like a Swayambhu, Brahma. As the Lord is Brahma is very dear to the demons and demigods. Both of them love Lord Brahma. Even the demons, they don't hate Brahma. They don't like Vishnu, but they like Lord Shiva and Brahma. As the Swayambhu, Brahma is very dear to all the living entities. All 4 sons will be very dear to all the citizens of your kingdom. Sarve Veda Vida Shura, all the 4 sons will be matched, completely experts in the Veda. Shura, very powerful warriors. Sarve Lokaitarata, always do their activities just for the benefit of the world. Sarve Jnanopa Sampanna, all are completely have the transcendental knowledge. Sarve Samitita Agune, they all got the wonderful qualities. Teshamapi Mahat Teja Rama Satya Parakrama. Though all are powerful in all respect, still out of the four, your elder son Ram is the man of truthfulness. Satya Parakami, very warrior, not only warrior, but is always man of the truthfulness. Ishta Sarva Lokasya, you will be, you like, everyone in this universe will like him. Shashanka, even Nirmala, just like a sun is very pure, your son Sri Ram's elder son, life will also pure, like no contamination in his life. Rajaskande Ashwapushtu, he got the Gajaskande, he got the shoulders like an elephant, big shoulders, and chest like a horse. I've seen the horse chest out is always like first. Okay, so there were some warriors, Kshatriyas, how their body they compare with the chest of the horse. Pushto Rathayarcha Sammataha Dhanurveta Nirataha Pito Shushrushane Rataha. All your force and especially Ram will be perfect in Dhanurveda, archery. And is very much attached to the serving your father, his father. That is speciality of the Sri Ram. So, here when Vasishtha Maharishi was giving, where is this one, what is there? Somati Lachanmati. Now, while giving the name giving ceremony, what we do? We take the child in our lap, giving the name ceremony. That is the process. We take the child in our lap, recite some mantras for the throwing away the inauspiciousness, then giving the blessing, then we give the name ceremony. So Vasishtha Maharishi, while giving the name, Saumitri Rama Lachanmiti Shatrugna Param Tata Vasishtha Paramaprito Namani Kuruti Tada. When the sage Vasishtha, who is spiritual master of the Sun dynasty and also Dasharatha Maharaj, he took the child Ram in his lap and he was looking in the face of Ram. He was feeling happy. Preeti is okay. Little child, everyone loves. But here using the Paramapriti, it's a superlative degree. Why Vasishtha Maharishi is a sage, why is feeling so transcendental blissfulness that by seeing the face of Ram? He remembered in the beginning of the creation what happened. In the beginning of the creation, Lord Brahma created Swambhu Manu and told that now you get married and also populate this world. Swambhu Manu says, my dear Lord, if I am a householder, I have to do karma kanda, yajna I have to do. For that I need a purohit, priest. Give me a priest. I need a priest so that I can do all the yajnas according to scriptures. So now the Lord Brahma at that time he had the 9 sons created by him, all the 9 great sages. Okay. As yesterday also I was telling, the Lord Brahma's creation, like our creation, he created the people on the thought mentally, thinking. Okay. Vasishtha called the Vasishtha created by the breath of the Lord Brahma. Our life air is like a life, is it? So that's why he is created by the breath of Lord Brahma. That's why Vasishtha, another name for him, Dipara Brahma. He is called another Brahma. It means the Vasishtha was as powerful as the Lord Brahma. Okay. So Lord Brahma was looking all his sons, great sages. And when he looking, he wanted to see whom should he appoint as the priest of this Sun dynasty. And looking, when he glanced at Vasishtha Maharishi, up to that point he was smiling. When Lord Brahma started looking at him, he put that down, his smile gone. Lord Brahma asked, my dear son, are you not happy to obey the orders of your father? Don't you want to become priest? Vasishtha Maharshi said with folded hands, my dear father, forgive me. I am so fortunate to become your son. I got such an elevated person as your son. By your mercy, I have been performing austerities. I want to get the audience of the Lord by performing severe austerities. But by taking the profession of Purohita, Pujari, I will fall down, because when you perform yajna for the unqualified yajaman, then the Pujari will take the sinful reaction of the host. That's why intelligent person will not take the responsibility to perform any karmakanda yajna for the unqualified host. One has to be careful. So that's why I am wondering, having got such an elevated father like you, gradually I will fall down. Lord Brahma said, see, it is up to you. You got the two choices. One is that you can perform austerity for millions of years. Then you may be able to see. He didn't say will be, but you may be able to see. And that too for how many? When Lord appears, he won't stay one day, 2 days. Few minutes he talks and disappears. So you want to see the Lord for a few minutes with you, or by becoming Purohit, priest for the Sayan dynasty, one day Supreme Lord will come, and each and every activity of his entire life you will be part of that one. You will take him, that Supreme Absolute Truth in your lap, you give the names ever and ever. You will teach him education, you will conduct his marriage. So for the thousands of years, you will be with that Supreme Absolute Truth, Parabrahma, with every day. You would like to see that one, or you like to see Lord for a few minutes. So Vasishtha Maharshi says, my dear father, if that is so, I like to become Purohit. So when he took Lord Sri Ram's little boy, child, for giving the name, having seen the face of the Lord, and Vasishtha Maharshi being a Trikalagna, he knows everything, Brahmarshi, so he could have remembered what is all the fear. That's why Valmiki Maharshi said, Parama Pritaha, Namani Kurte Tada. And given the Rama Lakshana Bharata Kshatriya. Saumitri Lakshanamiti Shatnugna Param Tatha Vasishtha Parama Prito Namani Kurte Tada. While giving the name, Vasishtha Maharshi was very, very transcendently happy. But Dasharatha Maharaj asked him, what is can you see the astrological chart? 12:10 Prabhu will come, I think. You want to announce something. He said it. I'm looking, that's the time. So, Dasharatha king asked, look, can you tell me what are the qualities of my sons? Now he started telling. That Sarve Jnanopasampanna Sarve Samitra Guna. They are all the man of the full knowledge, expert in the Vedas, completely expert in the Dhanurveda. They are very dear to all citizens, even to the enemies also. They are very dear. They are very pure like a moon. Balya Prabdha Snigdho Lakshmani Lakshmavardhana. From the childhood, Lakshmana is very dear to Ram. From childhood. Snigdha means childhood. Lakshmavardhana. Lakshmi means money, is it? But how come Supreme Lord is for the money? Supreme Lord has nothing to do with the money. Here we have to see that here Lakshmi means, Lakshmana is that Jivacharya. Is Lakshmana, Sankarshan Bhagavan, is the Guru Tattva, Adi Guru Tattva. Okay. Here we say that Lakshmana means man of all the good qualities. Okay. Here Lakshmi, we should not take the material Lakshmi, is the transcendental Lakshmi. What is the transcendental Lakshmi? Lakshmana, Lakshmi Vardhana. This Lakshmana, Lakshmi means devotional service. Being Acharya, just like we can see, when you take initiation, spiritual masters tell us that what service you want to do. That's why we are in ecstasy. Say, Maharaj, I will do that one, I will do that one. We said so many. Whatever you say, I do it. We do 2 days after that, finish. So, but after that, what you say, Guru Maharaj said, do this one. Oh, how it is possible? Every day coming to Mangalarati,
Guru Maharaj said do this one. Guru Maharaj want to do a service 2-3 hours, but 2-3 hours service you want to do in half an hour. Yes, Maharaj told me to do this one. I can do in half an hour. Why to waste spend time in the temple 3 hours? Spiritual master wants his disciples spend more time in the temple service so that he can progress. But what we wanted, we don't understand the meaning, intent behind his instruction. So Maharaj said to do this one, I will finish in 10 minutes, remaining 2 hours I can sleep. Here Lakshmana Lakshmivardha means the Lakshman is develop the transcendental loving devotional service to the Supreme Lord. You can see when the Lakshman, Lord Sri Ram was exiled, is Supreme Lord. All the demigods know, because when all the demigods came at the time of his birth to offer prayers, they all know he is the Supreme Lord. Then when they are sleeping in the forest, do you think he was alone? When the president of country comes to Durban, does he come alone? When he is sleeping, do you think they know God? So many CID, so many intelligent people will be there or not? So when Lord Sri Ram and Sita were sleeping in the forest, we never should think that he was not protected by anyone. All the demigods will be on God. Because that's why they took birth as a tribal people, so that they can serve the Lord. But here, Lakshman did not sleep all the 14 years. Oh, daytime I was serving my brother and sister-in-law. Now, why should I waste time sleeping in the night? He too used to take the bow and arrow and sit on God. Entire night, 14 years, he never slept even 1 second, day or night. So that is how to develop the devotional service. That is the Lakshmi. Lakshmivardhani, develop the devotional service of dependence. Ramasya loka ramasya bhatu jeshtasya nityasah sarvapriya karatasya ramasya api sharirataha. And it is just Lakshman is just like a body of Sri Ram. He was just like non-different from Sri Ram's body. He also said that Bahi Prana, Lakshman is not like is external life. As we got the internal life here, without life here we can't survive. Lakshman is also life here, but externally. Means like a shadow, wherever Ram goes, Lakshman has to be there. Okay? Remaining we'll talk tomorrow, discuss on this point. श्री रामायण की जय, जय श्रील प्रपाद की जय, अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय. Tomorrow we will discuss about what is the philosophical meaning of the Rama Lakshmana Bharata Shatragna, how to get the transcendental blissfulness of Rama, what is the process to achieve, and who will help us in this process, we will discuss it. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Ram Govinda Maharaj. Just a few minutes, I'll just be a few minutes. Hare Krishna to all the devotees who have gathered. It's kind of a little unbalancing when you're having a few devotees in front of you physically, but I don't know how many online? About 60 other devotees online. So, Hare Krishna to all of you online as well, and thank you for joining us, and I hope you are all as best managing the crisis that the world is facing and taking full advantage of the opportunity that the national lockdown has presented us with here in South Africa by trying to deepen your Krishna consciousness, take full advantage of the time that you have. The time that you have now to deeply enter into hearing and chanting, developing your Krishna consciousness, going deeper, and so on. As we had sent out a small message earlier today, that as it's stated in the scripture, that the glorification and honoring of Krishna, and more so the glorification and honoring of saintly Vaishnavas, brings about peace in the heart, brings relief from material distresses, and establishes one on a joyful platform, a happy platform. So when we have the opportunity to glorify a devotee, to honor a devotee, we should very much take that, because this world is in need of so much of relief, so much of alleviation of pain and suffering, especially now. So today we're very, very happy. He may not be happy, but today we are very, very happy that we get to observe the appearance anniversary of His Holiness Srila Ram Govinda Swami Maharaj. His Holiness Srila Ram Govinda Swami Maharaj. His Holiness Srila Ram Govinda Swami Maharaj ki. Shri Vyasa Puja Mahatsava ki. Srila Prabhupada ki. That's why we are here. We love parties, so we remember these things. So we're very happy, and I'm sorry, March, to drop this on you, but I knew, we all knew that the only way to get you to accept some sort of acknowledgement from the devotees of Radha Radhanath Temple who dearly love you and always look forward to you coming is by dropping a surprise on you. So if you would please allow us to have something, just a few minutes. We won't go into the 4 or 5 hour Vyasa Puja program, but just a few minutes if you would allow us to have something. And also especially for the devotees out in the congregation and your disciples who are unable to be here, they are also feeling very much pained that they could not directly observe. So this is also a gift to them. So I hope you'll accept us doing this as well. So Ram, would you like to just do some little kirtan while we set up?
Jai Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jai Shri.
So the devotees, they are saying they are not getting signal.
What signal?
Feet.
I'm getting it
They just called me.
outside.
Yeah, outside.
On my TV or Facebook.
They didn't mention whether it's Mahaput.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. If you bring that mic or the stand for me, then I can sing out. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Get the other mic.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Prabhupada. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada.
Srila Ram Govinda Swami Maharaj ki, Srila Prabhupada ki, Vyas Puja Mahotsava ki. So Maharaj is celebrated, it's an interesting word, celebrated all the world over in ISKCON for being humble. Generally you don't celebrate humility in the material world, but in our spiritual life, that is one of the most, if not the most attractive quality that's worth celebrating. And I always feel personally that when Maharaj comes here and gives us his association, he's giving us each an opportunity, an idea of how to develop humility and how glorious that quality is. So thank you, Maharaj, for all your wonderful association for I don't know how many years you've been coming. But I really, really wish that it continues for many, many more decades. We're very lucky to have His Holiness Kadamba Kanana Swami with us here today, who was also eager to spend a little time with us and honor Maharaj. So we'll ask him also to share a few words in honor of Maharaj. And
Om Jnanatimarandasya Gnanana Salakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namah. Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaura Bhaktavinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare. This morning I was speaking about the sannyas ashram and how there are few men who are actually taking that step. And His Holiness Ram Govinda Maharaj took that step. And since he took that step to take sannyas, I saw how he set a great example, how he has an impeccable sadhana, and he's very dedicated to that. He took to the sannyas ashram with great determination, and that is not a simple thing. That is not done just by fixing the mind, but that is done by deep absorption. As we said, etam sastaya paratmanistam adyasitam purvatamir mahadbi adyasitam Ajurantapram Tomo Mukundangari Niseviyeva, that it is about absorption in a mood of service to Krishna. So this mood of absorption in devotional service we see in Maharaj and we appreciate. We see that Maharaj has taken up the mission of spreading Krishna consciousness all over the world, and that is his real interest. The fact that he is not looking to be worshipped, he's not looking for personal glorification, is further highlighting that point, that his real interest is in giving Krishna consciousness to others. This is the true spirit of a spiritual teacher. This is the true spirit of a sannyasi who is the guru of all the ashrams. So Radha Govinda Maharaj, Ram Govinda Maharaj is very much embodying these qualities. He always treats me with too much respect because I took sannyas a little earlier, and in this way he steals away the opportunity for some real friendship, but it's still there from my side. I'm not fooled by this awe and reverence. I see him as my brother in renunciation. It is said Vairagi Bhai. So it is stated, and this brotherhood is very important to me. Sannyas is in some ways one goes that path alone. Although there is support from the devotees, still we live with unique vows. Therefore, between members of the renounced ashram, when there is a sense of friendship and brotherhood, that's very valuable. So in this way, I am very happy that I can be here with my brother today, in my Vairagi Bhai, and that we can somehow or other feel pleasure upon seeing one another, knowing that here is someone who is free from ulterior motives, who has no other interest than to serve Guru and Gauranga. And this is most wonderful. So I want to thank Maharaj for his association. We have spent time here together in South Africa preaching. We also spent time together in Mayapur, right, studying scriptures and sharing realizations in our Bhakti Vaibhav studies, and it was very nice. I enjoyed these exchanges. I enjoyed seeing Maharaj always there early in the morning. It is his steadiness in his devotional practices that creates an anchor for the devotees. It creates some certainty. It creates an example that everyone can simply look up to and follow. And in this way, Maharaj has very quickly conquered the hearts of the devotees in South Africa, And I think Maharaj's contribution to this yatra is valuable, and I pray that by Lord Krishna's grace, he may remain with us for many more years to come, and that his preaching may spread further and further and further in this world. Thank you very much, Maharaj. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Kadambakana Maharaj. Wonderful. So inspiring. We're also very lucky to have a message recorded by Parthasarathi Maharaj, just sent it this morning, and we'll also play that now, if our technical team would have heard me.
Offering to His Holiness Srila Ram Govinda Maharaj from Parthasarathi Das Goswami, recorded at Govardhan Hill on this Saturday, 27th. My dear Maharaj, I very much appreciate your devotional mood and especially your humility, meekness, and mildness. These qualities will attract the mercy of Lord Chaitanya and Lord Nityananda without doubt. You're actually a great disciple, great grand disciple of Srila Prabhupada, but you are connected to His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada through your various Diksha, Siksha, and Sannyas gurus. Connection is not just some official ceremony, but it's where you place your heart at the shelter of one's Guru Varga or Guru Parampara. And I know you have done that. Please continue to preach as best you can, especially in Botswana, where few devotees go, and of course South Africa, India, Nairobi, and other countries. Thank you for your association and the example you're setting. The example is that in old age, you are fearlessly preaching Krishna consciousness after a life of preparation, very similar to Prabhupada. You had a very religious, strict upbringing, and now at the end of your life, you've taken sannyas, and rightfully, you're initiating disciples on behalf of our Guru Parampara. If there's anything I can do to assist you in any way, please contact me. I have limited resources. I'm also quite ill, but nevertheless, if I can engage in Vaishnava service to a Vaishnava like you, then it'll be my good fortune. Srila Bhaktisiddhanta says, Krishna does not give himself. It's the Vaishnava that gives Krishna. So you are liberally giving the lotus feet of Lord Ramchandra, Lord Jagannath, Shri Radha Radhanath. Thank you so much again for your association. And if you have apparent problems, material problems, that is financial, etc., please contact me. All glories to your divine grace on your Vyasa Puja Day, His Holiness Srila Ram Govinda Maharaj. All glories to our Siksha Gurus. All glories to His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Goswami Maharaj, Srila Prabhupada, Srila Bhaktisiddhanta, Srila Gokishore, and our Guru Parampara, Rupa Raghunath. Go Premanandi, Hari Hari Bo.
Hare Krishna. Thank you to His Holiness Parthasarathi Maharaj. I know Parthasarathi Maharaj always speaks to me about his appreciation of Srila Ram Govinda Swami, and especially of his appreciation of his humility and also taking up such sacrifices at this late stage of life. We're also very fortunate that His Holiness Bhakti Chaitanya Swami Maharaj, who is in self-isolation at the moment, would also like to join the program. So he's calling in right now. So he's going to phone in and we'll also hear him yeah, that way. So your ignorance is our bliss. I hope, the devotees didn't hear what Ram Govinda Maharaj said. I wasn't saying that he's ignorant. I was saying that he was saying that if he had known that this was happening, that Maharaj was coming, he would have run away. So that's why I said Maharaj's ignorance or lack of knowledge is our bliss. Just for those of you who didn't hear the silent part. Ram Vijay Prabhu, are we ready?
Okay. Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Presta Bhutale Srimati Bhaktivedanta Swaminiti Namane Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharne Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pastya Chadeshatarne Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadha Shivas Adi Gaura Bhaktivinoda Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Vanchkalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhya eva cha paditana pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Can you hear me okay? All right. So, Ram Govinda Maharaj, Hare Krishna to you. Haribol. And may Srila Prabhupada bless you, and may we and may I be blessed by having many more years of your just very, very nice association. We've known each other a few years, not so long, but a few years now, and I've seen very clearly myself, what a very nice devotee you are, and how you've appreciated Srila Prabhupada and the followers of Srila Prabhupada and the process of Krishna consciousness as given by Srila Prabhupada. And I really appreciate that very much. It's easy when one becomes a sannyasi, then it's even easier if one is a sannyasi, but then one becomes a guru. It's very easy to get carried away by that, and in the sense of feeling oneself to be some sort of independent authority, and that one can do as one pleases, and that one doesn't really have to acknowledge and stay under the direction of the authority structure in Srila Prabhupada's ISKCON. I've seen that on a few occasions at least. But I see in you something quite different, and I really appreciate that greatly. That on the basis of your understanding of Prabhupada and your appreciation of Prabhupada and his movement, that you have maintained and you are maintaining a very humble state of mind and a real mood of dedication and doing the needful under the shelter of Srila Prabhupada and under the supervision of his representatives, even though in so many cases, they're definitely materially younger than you, and in some cases they're materially younger spiritually in terms of how long they've been practicing Krishna consciousness than you. So I've seen that, and I see that regularly. And it means a lot to me. It really means a lot to me. And therefore, personally, I'm very happy to have your association. I'm very happy when I get the chance to hear you speak Krishna Katha, because I find your Krishna Katha nice and not, sort of not pretentious, but presenting Krishna consciousness faithfully as it is. And I really appreciate all these things. I really do, because in my however many years in Krishna consciousness, I've seen so many other things, unfortunately. So thank you very much for giving me your association. Thank you very much for the service that you're rendering. And please know that myself personally, and I'm sure I can speak on behalf of the senior devotees in South Africa, but also just all the devotees in South Africa, please continue to give us your wonderful association and continue being active, preaching and helping with the development of Srila Prabhupada's movement here in South Africa. You're playing a wonderful part in that, and in the years to come you can play an even more wonderful and bigger role in all of that. And I'm looking forward to that greatly myself personally, and I'm looking forward personally to having your association. I'd love to have your association today in a more direct sense, but I made the mistake of thinking that I should just, that it would be responsible just to go and make sure that I don't have this virus. So anyway, it's come to this. I'm down in my room. But I'm so much looking forward to having your association more and more. And if I can ever be of any service to you, please don't hesitate to let me know, and I will just do whatever I can to assist you in your service to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you very much. Srila Prabhupada Ki. Srila Ram Govinda Swami Maharaj Ki. Go Premanande.
Hare Krishna, thank you to His Holiness Bhakti Chaitanya Maharaj. If there's anyone else in the temple room who would like to share some things before Jagannath Prabhu speaks. Anyone? Malika Mataji?
Hare Krishna Maharaj. Vanshakam Pacharabhyascha Kripa Sindhubevicha Patitanam Vaishnavibhyo Namo. Happy Shri Vyasa Puja, Maharaj. Thank you for being here today with us. We're actually very grateful to have you today here on your Shri Vyasa Puja. By Krishna's arrangement and by Krishna's plan and by Krishna's timing and under the circumstance that we have this virus going around now, that you are here, and Kadamba Maharaj is here, and Bhakti Chaitanya Maharaj is here. So everything happens by the will of Krishna. So we feeling very grateful for that, to have your wonderful association, and for you all to be here to give us and nourish us with that wonderful association. In my little observance that I have noticed in Maharaj, I feel he's a very humble soul, and some of his qualities that stand out to me is his personal care that he has to each one of us. If Maharaj has to speak to any one of us, he's always greeting us in a very humble mood, And also, he's very, very personal when he speaks to each one of you. And it really doesn't matter who Maharaj speaks to, because he's always looking around and always encouraging devotees. And another nice quality I've also noticed about you is that, Maharaj, you also have a very good sadhana, and that's so wonderful and so inspiring. When sometimes, even if we come to the temple room for Mangal Arati, you may just be one of those persons with Arjuna Prabhu, and that's like so inspiring to see you here. So that's very nice, despite your age and despite your health. And we pray, Maharaj, that you continue to give us your wonderful association. And I'm sure we will be having many, many Vyasa Pujas in the future with you. But thank you, Maharaj, for everything. May Srila Prabhupada bless you, and Shri Shri Radha Radhanath. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Anyone else would like to share anything?
Hare Krishna Maharaj. I'm also very happy to be here for the whole 21 days, and especially today also at this special occasion. In the short time we've gotten to spend a little bit of time with you, Maharaj. We find so much inspiration and happiness in your association. You kind of exude this happiness. It's like you're always happy about something. Even when you see us, you are happy. So we feel very inspired just by seeing you, being with you, and as everyone mentioned, how humbly you carry yourself and give us time. So we feel really, really blessed to have your wonderful association. Apart from that, unfortunately, for quite a while, I never got to hear many of your classes, but when I did start getting to hear some of them, I was really amazed at how scholarly you are. I was really very amazed. I never knew so much was sitting there inside waiting to come out, and I didn't take advantage of it. So I really, really appreciate your presentations of Krishna consciousness, and also especially the way you bring the Vedic culture to life. Like many times you read statements in the scriptures, it's just a line, this ceremony was performed, or this activity was performed. But Maharaj, you just bring out the whole context and the understanding of why it was there and what's important. So that just gives so much more richness to the culture that you share with us. I really, really appreciate that aspect also. And of course, now on the lockdown, we get you a lot to ourselves, so we feel even more fortunate. Thank you very much, Maharaj, for your association, your blessings, your kindness to all of us. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Thank you to all the devotees, and thank you to Maharaj for allowing us to have this short while with you. I also just wanted to express some other things that I could share with the devotees. I think the first time I encountered Ram Govinda Maharaj was at the home of a very wonderful devotee in Pietermaritzburg, who's passed on now some years ago, many years ago, Her Grace Suniti Dasi, where the spiritual master of Ram Govinda Maharaj, Srila Krishna Swami Maharaj, was hosting a Gita Jayanti program. And they had invited Jai Govinda Das, Brahmachari, at that time from Botswana, to lead the recitation of the verses in Sanskrit. And I remember at that time, Krishna Maharaj separately told me, I've got an expert Sanskrit scholar that I've invited to come and recite the Bhagavad Gita for us. I was like, who is the Sanskrit scholar coming? And then I was very fortunate to meet Jai Govinda Das Brahmachari then, now Ram Govinda Swami Maharaj now. And he is much older to me, I don't know, almost 30 years older to me, but the way he treated me was like, I'm so much senior to him, and it just was very offsetting to me, very offsetting that such an exalted person. And he's been that way, he's been consistent in that mood, in the way he approaches and deals with everybody. As I said earlier at the introduction of the program, it's such a wonderful example, something personally I really personally, and you all know, whoever knows me knows that about you. I really need to imbibe some of that in my life. So I'm hoping Maharaj can always be here, so a little bit of that spray of humility can shower over me and I can become like him someday. Another thing Ram Vijay Prabhu mentioned in his little presentation that caught me and reminded me of something is that it's an offense not to feel happiness when you see a Vaishnava. So very often I'm pretending to be happy because it doesn't come naturally to me to be. But with Maharaj, when you're with him, you can just feel he's really happy to see you. And he shows it by his genuine encouragement, his genuine words of inquiry about your welfare. And it's just so wonderful because here is someone who genuinely has your best interests at heart. He's genuinely happy to be with you. So thank you for that, Maharaj. It really, in a world that sometimes it's a bit discouraging and there's so much of trauma outside, to be in the presence of someone who's really happy to be with you, it's very enlivening to the heart. So thank you for that. I really, really do appreciate it. Also, Bhakti Chaitanya Maharaj once, we were talking about Ram Govinda Maharaj, and he just mentioned a wonderful line. He said, Ram Govinda Swami, he is the real deal sadhu. You know, he's a genuine sadhu. You get so many levels of or descriptions of a sadhu, but Maharaj is genuine. He's very soft, very humble, and at the same time, I've seen him being very frank and straightforward in a very nice way. He never wavers from the principles of Krishna consciousness, very determined, and very pure and very truthful. Thank you, Maharaj, for all those wonderful examples that you are setting naturally for us in your own life. So we'd like to hear something from Maharaj, some blessings, some words of edification for us all in Krishna consciousness. His Holiness Ram Govinda Swami Maharaj Ki.
Big task of speaking in front of Maharaj. How can a child speak in front of father? Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chachunmilitam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namah Mukam Karoti Vachalam Pangham Langhayate Girim Yat Krupatamaham Vande Sri Gurum Dinataranam Paramananda Madhavam Sri Chaitanya Mishwaram Sri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Sri Guru Sri Yuta Padakamalam Sri Gurun Vaishnavamcha Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunatha Nitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Saitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padam Sahagana Lalita Sri Vishakanutam Cha Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pristhaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Tinamine Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharini Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pachyatya Deshatarini Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Sri Vasadi Gaura Bhaktivinoda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. It is a big task to speak. I was very happy when I come to know that it is postponed. I thought it is cancelled. And today Sarup Prabhu said that he has to give some important instruction. Can you stop Ramana and Katha 12:10? I said, okay, maybe Prabhu want to speak to the audience. Actually, there is no greatness. Actually, everybody was saying, but there is nothing greatness in me. I learnt everything, most of the Krishna consciousness I learned from Durban. I used to come to Durban with my spiritual master, His Holiness Krishnadas Swami Maharaj. When he used to do Gita Yajna, he used to call me. Maharaj in between needs rest, said come and complete, do the Yajna and continue to read the Bhagavad Gita. Maharaj, because of the health problem, he cannot read continuously, he needs in between couple of hours rest. I think I was started coming to Durban from 2002, but I don't know anyone in temple. I come and take darshan. 2003 or 4, three I think. We had Gita Yajna in Petersburg. There first time I met with His Grace Sarup Damodar Prabhu. Before I saw, but I don't know who is president. I never had the courage to ask who is president. All. Yeah. Then first time we met, but Prabhu was so kind to help me, because that day I was going in the night bus to Johannesburg. From there I was supposed to take another bus at midday to go Botswana. 6 hours where to stay. Prabhu said, don't worry, I will send the devotees from Lenasia temple. Then when I started coming here regularly, then Prabhu helped me. Her Grace Sukumari Mataji used to allocate me taking the classes. Actually everything I learned from, in Botswana I learned, but it was a small yatra, not big yatra. To be with the big yatra like Durban, how to take the classes, how to be with the devotees, I learned from Durban. And I learned from, without being told, but just by being with the devotees only, we learned so many things. Having seen the wonderful administration of Sarvadhavan Prabhu, I used to tell Devakinandan Prabhu also, how Prabhu manages. He said, I know him. So it is very thankful for Durban Yatra. I never feel that I am a visitor. I feel at home when I come to Durban Yatra. They take care of all the. We have the wonderful devotees, Durban congregation. It all depends upon how the temple president trained them. It is. When last time, couple of years back, we were in Vrindavan. I was with Prabhu, Sarup Damodar Prabhu. There he said, no, wait, don't wash your clothes. Somebody will come. It's not Durban. That washing clothes somebody will come and do. It only happens in Durban. Not in India, forget it. Only Mayapur and Pune. Other than these two temples, remaining forget about. So I learnt many etiquettes, philosophy. We get opportunity to hear from so many devotees, great sannyasis also. His Holiness Kadambaka Swami Maharaj used to teach me Bhakti Vaibhav also in Mayapur. I don't have actually any good qualities, whatever you all said it. Only my spiritual master, His Holiness Krishnadas Swami Maharaj, when he told me, you apply for sannyas. One day in the night we were massaging the Maharaj, health is not good, so we used to massage. He told Devakinandan, tell Rama they are going to apply for sannyas. I was there. I said, Maharaj, I know nothing. How can I apply for sannyas? So I am not talking to you. I am talking to Devakinandan. You know Krishnadas Swami Maharaj. Again, it was Saturday, Sunday, again in the morning, we were doing massage in the morning. Again say, Devakinandan, did Jayagavand sign the paper? He kept quiet. But his brother Jamadar said, no Maharaj, he doesn't want to bring white paper. He told me to sign it. Then Maharaj given personal instruction, sannyasi is not to feel proud. Sannyasi is servant, you feel that you are servant. And when I took sannyas, then I said, Maharaj, you will give sannyas? No, I won't give sannyas to you. Oh, why you don't give? I can't ask him. Then he said, you take sannyas from Lokanath Swami Maharaj. Then Mayapur, I met Lokanath Swami Maharaj before going to sannyas committee interview. I said, Maharaj, I want to take sannyas from you. I wrote in the application your name. Why not Krishnadas Swami? I said, Maharaj suggested your name. Then Maharaj didn't say anything. But after Mayapur festival, His Holiness Lokanath Swami Maharaj went to Vrindavan. There he met Krishnadas Swami Maharaj also. Then he asked, looks like that conversation. Then Krishnadas Swami Maharaj said, I told him to take sannyas from you. Then Lokanath Swami Maharaj told me, now you can communicate to me. So with His Holiness Lokanath Swami Maharaj, I used to travel, I used to with him, I learnt quite a lot with all senior sannyasis. The association of the devotee is very important. Sannyasi will learn with the other sannyasis. So whether sannyasi or any association of the devotee is the one which learn with everyone has got some unique quality. Seeing each devotee, I feel that he is inferior, junior, I never think it. But I think in my opinion, everyone got some unique quality. We can take that quality. Just like Avadhutopakhyan, what it says. Dattatreya, he learnt from all animals, different qualities. So by seeing all the devotees in the wonderful Durban temple, I learnt if something good is there, only it is given by the devotee yourself. I don't have anything because I never had any devotee association much in Botswana. A small temple with few devotees. And regards spiritual knowledge, the knowledge, my understanding is that when you serve the Lord, the Lord will reveal. Depending upon how much we surrender, how much to the surrender to the Guru and Vaishnavas, sincerity will, Lord will reveal. In Ramayana, one nice stanza comes up. Jimi jana hi joi jani jai. The meaning that you will be known by only if you want to be known. If we try to know the Lord, we don't know. But if the Lord wants to be known by this devotee, He will reveal Himself. So that depends upon how much we sincerely surrender to the Lord. And before the Lord, we have to surrender to the Vaishnava. That is essential. The Bhakti, as I understand it, that it only depends upon the mercy of the Vaishnavas. It is. Bhakti Swatantra Sukala Sukagani Venu Satasangana Pavai Pani. So without the association of the devotee, we can't progress in the bhakti. So as far as possible, all the devotees must take more and more association of the devotees. That will help us move forward in Krishna consciousness. If we don't take association of the devotees, we don't come to the temple tricks, do some service, it's like a dry plant. One of the conversation, morning walk conversation, Srila Prabhupada, in Juhu or somewhere, I don't remember the place. Walking, suddenly saw on the side some grass, creepers. Some are green leaves, some are dry leaves. Srila Prabhupada said, so why these are some are green and some are dry? So all disciples said nothing. These green leaves, who got the association of other green leaves, they are green. This one moved away from the other plants, those become dry. So Prabhupada also said, if the devotees have the association of other devotees, there will be green, they will move forward, they progress in devotional service. If they don't take association of the devotees, they will. So I get association when I come to Durban, South Africa, all our temple I get it. More association we get in Durban. Lenesia, couple of devotees are there. In whole of the Durban Yatra, this is the best Yatra it is. Thanks for tolerating me, accommodating me. Thank you very much, Saru Prabhu. From the beginning of my spiritual life in Durban Yatra, Saru Prabhu and Sukumari Mataji, they helped me. Later I came to know other, but in the beginning first I met them only here. And Maharaj, I have to always, Maharaj guides me when I became sannyas. Here only in the airport first I met Maharaj. Then Maharaj there also he said, always guides me. Whenever I got the doubt, I approach Maharaj. I don't feel any hesitation to ask somebody. And Maharaj is always kind to me. Thank you, Maharaj, for blessing me. Jai Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrindi ki jai.
Thank you, His Holiness Ram Govinda Swami.
Hare Krishna Maharaj. So I don't feel qualified to say anything for myself. So I will just read one offering from your most, or rather your most senior, one of the most senior disciples of yours, Madhavadas. He sent an offering from himself and Dharani Devi Dasi. So it goes like, Shri Shri Radha Radhanath ki jai, Shri Gaura Hari ki jai, Shri Pancha Tattva ki jai, Shri Giri Govardhan ki jai, Shri Nishinga Dev Bhagavan ki jai, Shri Tulsi Maharani ki jai, Shri Sad Goswami ki jai, Shri Jagannath Das Babaji Maharaj ki jai, Shri Bhaktivinoda Thakur ki jai, Shri Gaura Kishore ki Das Babaji Maharaj ki jai, Shri Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Maharaj ki jai. It says, Dear Guru Maharaj, we were in such jubilation after getting guidance from Deva Deva Prabhu last December and sanction from Vibhu Chaitanya Prabhu to try and honor you on your appearance day to day at Shri Shri Radha Radhanath. When the disciples advised you of this, in all humility you said, why make a fuss of this? Plus you are a small family. Don't inconvenience yourself. After pleading our case, you agreed, and the date was set, and we began our preparation. On 14th March, Deva Deva Prabhu and I spoke, and he said that there is a possibility that your Vyasa Puja will get postponed. He called me that same afternoon after getting confirmation from Swarup Damodar Prabhu that it's definitely postponed. With a heavy heart, I informed our family. We still had hopes then that we could see you yesterday and honor you in some small way. But yet again, our hopes was dashed when the president announced lockdown. So we all decided we will observe the day in our homes. So yesterday, Dharani Devi Dasi and I, together with the children, did our boga offering, etc., and the Neshwari baked a lovely cake for you as well, and that's how we observed the day. After lunch, I was about to send our Vyasa Puja offering to you, and Deva Deva Prabhu calls with news that Swarup Damodar Prabhu has advised that you will be honored today. I advised the family, and our anxiety was dispelled. Guru Maharaj, thank you for your guidance, motivation, and inspiration. Your text messages and calls, your assignments that you have been emailing, checking and sending back to us, and always stressing devotional service and getting attached to the deities. All our heartfelt thoughts is all summed up in the Sri Guru Vadana song and Sri Guru Vastakam, but we have selected one verse from each song. Chakshur dan dilo jay, janme janme Prabhu say, divya gyan hirde prokasito, prema bhakti jaha hoite, avidya vinas jate, vede gai jahara charito. He opens my darkened eyes and fills my heart with transcendental knowledge. He is my Lord birth after birth. From him ecstatic prema emanates, by him ignorance is destroyed. The Vedic scriptures sing of his character. Sakshat Darit Vena Samsta Sashte Uktas Tata Bhayata Bhaivayata Eva Sadbi Kintu Prabhoya Priya Evatasya Vande Guru Shri Charana Vindam. The spiritual master is to be honored as much as the Supreme Lord because he is the most confidential servitor of the Lord. He is acknowledged in all revealed scriptures and followed by all authorities. Therefore, I offer my respectful obeisances unto the lotus feet of such a spiritual master who is a bona fide representative of Sri Hari Krishna. Our only plea to you, dear Guru Maharaj, is that lifetime after lifetime, you engage us in spreading the messages and glories of Sri Krishna and the Vaishnavas. We thank all that have assisted in today's preps, our pranams and dandavats, and may Guru Maharaj's blessings always be upon you all, your humble servants, Madhavadas and Deva and Dharani Devi Dasi. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Madhava and Dharini. Dharini. Okay, Hare Krishna. So thank you much for allowing just one more part to the whole program. Well, two more parts to the program, sorry. We just have two more parts to the program. We'll have Guru Puja and then we'll have Prasad afterwards. Jagannath Prabhu, would you like to do Guru Puja? And we'll do Kirtan. If the devotees can come forward. It's not required, it's necessary. Srila Ram Govinda Swami ki, Srila Prabhupada ki. That is not required. you are, yeah. It's there. No, don't worry about all this. Jaya Guru Deva, Jaya Guru Deva, Jaya Guru Deva, Jaya Guru Deva. Jaya Guru Deva, Jaya Guru Deva, Guru Deva, Jaya Guru Deva. Shri Guru Charana Padma Kevala Bhakati Sadma. Shri Guru Charana Padma Kevala Bhakati Sadma. Banda Mui Shavadhana Mate. Banda Mui Shavadhana Mate. Yahara Prashadhe Bhai E Bhavatoriya Jai. Krishna Prapti Hoya Hoite. Guru Mukha Padma Vakya Chitete Koriya Akya. Arana Koriho Mane Asha. Shri Guru Charane Rati Aise Uttama Gati. Ye Prashad Pure Sarva Asha. Ye prashade pure sarva asha. Chakudan dilo jai janme janme Prabhu se. Divya Gyan Hriday Prakashito. Divya Gyan Hriday Prakashito. Prema Bhakti Yaha Hoite Avidya Vinasha Jate. Vede Gaya Haracharito. Shri Guru Karuna Sindhu Adhama Janara Bandhu. Lokanath Lokera Jivana. Srila Prabhupada Lokera Jivana. Haha Prabhu Kordoy Deho More Padachaya. Haha Prabhu Kordoy Deho More Padachaya. Eve Yashku Shukri Bhuvana. Eve Yashku Shukri Bhuvana. Haha Prabhu Korodoya Deho More Padachaya. Haha Prabhu Korodoya Deho More Padachaya. Haha Prabhu Korodoy Deho More Padachaya. Eve Yashku Shukri Bhuvana. Prabhupada Patita Pavana. Due Padaloilo Sharana. Jaya Guru Deva, Jaya Guru Deva, Guru Deva, Jaya Guru Deva. Jaya Guru Deva, Jaya Guru Deva, Guru Deva, Jaya Guru Deva. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Prabhupada. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Prabhupada. Jayam Vishnupada Paramahamsa Parivrajagacharya Stottara Sata Sri Srimad Ram Govinda Swami Maharaj Ki. His Holiness Srila Ram Govinda Swami Maharaj Ki. Srila Ram Govinda Swami Maharaj Vyasa Puja Mahotsava Ki. Jayam Vishnupada Paramahamsa Parivrajagacharya Astottara Sata Sri Srimad Srila A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada Ki. Iskan Samstapakacharya Srila Prabhupada Ki. Jayam Vishnupada Paramahamsa Parivrajagacharya Astottara Sata Sri Srimad Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada Ki. Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda Ki. His Holiness Srila Ram Govinda Swami Maharaj Ki. Shri Vyasa Puja Maha Mahotsava Ki. Shri Shri Radha Radhanath Ki. Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu Ki. Shri Giriraj Govardhan Ki. Gaura Premanande, All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to Sri Guru and Sri Gauranga. All glories to Srila Prabhupada.